Now, the other thing was in the mines that they did have an awful lot, you probably have heard, of superstitions. They had so many superstitions that you couldn't believe it. And I used to think, how did they ever get like that? But they had so many disasters in the mine and so many people killed that probably if something had happened on the morning that the person was killed, that would then become like an omen, because you know that the sportsmen, they'll like put their shirts on inside out if they've done it once. They'll do it again if they win a game or that kind of thing. So the miners were absolutely full of all these things. And one of the things was, and I can remember as a child myself, if you'd forgotten something when you went out in the morning and you ran back, say you'd forgotten a book, you came back for the book. My father, who said he was not superstitious, would say to me, sit down. And you just, even if you just touched the seat with your bottom, you sat down. And then if you came back 3 times, that was dire. They would be very reluctant for you to go out at all. And I used to wonder why, but as I've got older, I thought probably it was because somebody did that once, came back 3 times, and then were killed. And they'd think, oh my goodness, don't ever do that again. That was one of the superstitions. And another one that happened in my grandfather's lifetime, but it became a superstition, was that one of the people in the same road that he lived in those days, if people had cats, they were never neutered. Cats just bred other cats. And so there would be regular, if you had a she-cat, as they used to call it, you'd have kittens all the time. And they used to drown them without turning a hair. They would drown them before they open their eyes, but they would always keep one kitten for the mother. They weren't that unkind, they would do that. But this one particular man, he was a bit of a cruel man, and instead of drowning these kittens, he put them in a sack. And my grandfather would vouch that this was true. He put them in a sack and hit them up against the wall, which of course the kittens were killed. And then the next day, they would tell this with bated breath, he went down the mine and he was brought up in a sack. He was so badly injured that he was brought up in a sack. So that became a superstition. Never be cruel to kittens.